Hello everybody and welcome to DRL TV. I'm your host James Pandolf. Tonight we are here for the start of the 2020 Dynasty Racing League Truck Series season at Daytona International Speedway for 80 laps around this 2.5 mile super speedway. Currently underway with qualifying. You see the 19 of Marvin Wingfield on track. 4 minutes left in the qualifying to see who will be the pole sitter for the first race of the 2020 season. A lot of new faces here in the Dynasty Racing League for this season. We're going to try to interview a couple of them when they are not on track qualifying. We'll see what kind of lap times these guys can post. As Wingfield is starting his first lap, looks like he's going to want to start in the rear as he's actually slowing down a bit. Let's see if we can pull up somebody else who is on track. The 44 of Dakota Wilkins, he's back another season in the Truck Series, came so close to winning the championship last year. Dakota actually won the season opener a year ago, so we'll see if he'll be able to make it back-to-back. As you see him making it into turns 3 and 4 for the first time. Gonna see some great pack racing here tonight. We got about 30 trucks on hand for this one. As Dakota's gonna bring it to the line, he wants to start on the back. A lot of drivers deploying different strategies. You see right now fastest on track rookie Patrick Cargill with the 51.651 as he's setting his second lap time. We'll see how much faster he can improve on it. Going down the back straightaway, trying to keep that wheel as straight and steady as possible. Doesn't want to scrub up too much time as every millisecond counts. We saw that last night in the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series race. Ben Izenga edged out Nathan Jurgensen to win by 2 1/1000ths of a second. That's how close it was, just inches after the line. Expecting another great finish here tonight. As Patrick crosses the start-finish line, he improves not by much, currently 4th fastest. Richard Springer currently the fastest on track with the 51.556. While qualifying's going on, let's see if we can pull in Dakota Wilkins for a quick interview.
Weird.
Hey, Dakota Wilkins, it's the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, we see you sitting at the start-finish line, so I figured we'd take this time to interview you. Last year, you won the season opener here at Daytona. What's it going to take to do it for a back-to-back?
Keep the truck clean and just be there at the end. I mean, in order to finish first, you got to first finish.
That is so correct. How does the truck feel in the nighttime conditions? How does it feel compared to in years past?
It feels pretty good. I think being in traffic and behind other cars, we're going to have to look out for other trucks getting kind of squirrely, and so that we saw that a lot in practice. But out front, it feels perfect. So hopefully, the FMS team, me, Jeremy, and Jay can hook up, and we can be there at the end and push one of us to a win.
Absolutely. We know you have a couple teammates out there. Any new additions to the team this year?
Oh yeah, we got Jason Schaefer. I'm not sure what he goes by, but he tried to run with us 2 years ago, but his computer was garbage and couldn't. So I was nice enough for him computer together, send it out to him so he can run with us. And happy to have him. He's a good guy and painted my truck. So if it looks good, thank him for it.
Absolutely. As it looks like both you, him, and Jim Hebel look like you guys' plan is to start in the back early for this one.
Yeah, we figure start in the back, ride for a while, and as the race winds down, work our way up front slowly and try to be away from the mayhem if it happens.
All right, man. Well, qualifying is over now. We're going to let you go. Good luck out there. Hopefully we talk to you at the end of this one.
Yeah, thank you guys.
As qualifying wraps up, we saw a lot of drivers deciding to start in the back of this one, taking the most amount of time possible to complete their qualifying lap. As the guys are gridding up, let's see if we can show you the starting grid. Richard Springer starting on the pole for this one. Steven Sims outside pole. See if we can pull in the 21 of Richard Springer. As we look for him, he has not yet gridded. We'll show his car as soon as we can. We'll pull him in here real quick. As you take a look outside the top 10, 11th Dustin Jones, Sidarius Jackson in the 12th position, a great qualifying effort for him. Hey, Richard Springer, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes, I do. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm sure you're doing even better. Excellent season for 2019, and here you are starting off strong with a pole for the Truck Series this year. How's it feel out there?
These trucks are pretty stable out here. Unlike the guys last night, they had that thing was a real handful, evidently. But these are a lot easier to drive, so I'm looking forward to a fun race.
And last year you won the Grand National Series Championship, bringing your talents down here to the Truck Series. What are you expecting out of these guys?
No, I won the Truck Series
I'm
Championship.
sorry, misspoken. Truck Series champion. You're gonna look for back-to-back. My apologies on that. A lot of new faces here in the Truck Series for this season. You think you're gonna have what it takes to keep them in line and make it back-to-back?
I don't know. I'm just getting older every day, so we'll see. But it's yeah, there are a lot of new faces, so we have quite a few here. I didn't see how many. It's about 30, maybe.
Yeah, about 30 on the nose, if I'm not mistaken, as the pace car's rolling off here. Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give out before we let you go?
Well, I got a whole host of teammates now, so that's good. So that should be fun. There'll be a lot of chatter on the radio here, and just hoping everybody that improved last year will keep it up, because we got a lot better at the end of the season, a lot cleaner and a lot faster, and a lot of guys really picked up their game. So hopefully keep that.
Yeah, and chatter is definitely going to be necessary, as a big crash can happen in the blink of an eye. Well, we wish you luck. We'll hopefully talk to you at the end of this one as pace car is moving on to the backstretch. So good luck tonight, Mr. Springer, and hopefully you'll make it to the end.
All right, thank you, James. Appreciate it. Have a good broadcast now.
And that was our pole sitter, Richard Springer. As you see all the trucks filing down the backstretch, getting ready to go almost 200 miles per hour racing. As you take another look, it is partly cloudy, 77 degrees, 1% humidity with a wind in the north direction at 2 miles per hour. As pace car is bringing them off 3 and 4, we're getting ready to go racing. And there's space car off to pit road. And Richard Springer bringing them to the green. And they're off side by side down in turn 1. The 51 of Ronnie Outlaw giving Richard Springer a nice push to clear the 45 of Steven Sims to the lead. David Warborn Jr., the other car on that outside with Steven Sims. The inside line is the better formed line at this point in time. Down the backstretch to go. 2 and 3 wide. You see him shuffling down the backstretch. Down to 3 and 4. It's still 2 cars to the outside. That inside line is better formed. You see the 29. Of Adam Faree. He's given a solid push to the 51 of Ronnie Outlaw. Richard Springer leads lap 1 of the 2020 season. Dynasty Racing League does not have any rules regarding the locking of bunkers. The only rule they do have is you cannot pass below the double yellow line. So if you guys see these guys locking on, it's not like real life. They are allowed to do that. As you see a couple of blinkers in the back. The outside line starting to form up nicely. The 26er of Daniel Holloway now to the back bumper of David Wilburn Jr. as they head off turn 4. Springer by half a truck length at the line for lap 2. As you see that steep banking in 1 or 2 as these guys single filing out in the back, they're trying to just log some laps. 80 laps is a long time around this track. And there goes Steven Sims, narrowly clearing the 21 of Richard Springer. He's to the point. They got that great push there by the 96 of David Wilburn Jr., who's going to shuffle to the inside right behind now second place Richard Springer. As Springer actually moves to the outside, he might even lead this lap. It looks like he will. Springer getting that nice push there by 26. Absolutely looks like Springer might have a little bit of damage. I'm going to try to get a closer look at that. You see right there in the left middle area, he does have a little bit of a bump there. As we're going to go on board with the 26 of Daniel Holloway, as he pushes him down in between 4, you can hear him just how much he's playing with that throttle. We're going to go back even a little farther to Adam Cassell in the 58. You can see just how much these trucks are moving, and they're going to be moving back and forth more and more as the fuel load gets lighter and these trucks' tires start to wear more and more. For the lead, David Wilburn with a nice push down the backstretch. Both he and Steven Sims going to clear him. 51 of Ronnie Outlaw with him. As Wilburn's actually moving to the outside now, he wants to take the lead from the 45 of Steven Sims. He's going to do just that as he drops down, giving Ronnie Outlaw that outside line. Five laps complete. We've seen some great racing. As rookie Ronnie Outlaw is in the lead on the high side, getting pushed by last year's champion Richard Springer. Oh, someone's in the grass. That's Steven Sims in the 45. Able to keep it straight. He'll be picked up by the second pack as the 16 of Hayden Ashley is going to go by him on that outside. Back up to the front. Richard Springer now leads that high line. Other notable names, we have newcomer Corey Adkins in the 13. He's that second car on the high line, making his presence known early. We also have Grand National Series regular Rod Fosnar. He's going to have his go at the Truck Series this season in 2020 in that number 10. And then Tam Sine in the 32. Last year, Truck Series rookie. This year, he's a veteran, as he's going to go for that championship once again. as these guys are single filing out in the back. The top 10 are still 2 by 2. A lot of patience being shown early as we're about to be 1/8 of the way done. Three wide now in the middle. Goes to 51 and Brownie Outlaw. Let's see if he's able to hang on or if he's going to be dropping back outside the top 10, which could happen if these two lines contact in the outside wall. That's the 13. Looks like not too much damage was done to him. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. A little bit of a scrape as he's in the wall once again. That's going to really hurt him. You see a lot of damage now to that right front. As he's dropping all the way back now. That's going to give Wellborn the lead. Richard Springer now going to look to his outside. We'll see if Adam Free and that 29 goes with him. It looks like he will. Oh, crash, big wreck. Very big wreck on lap number 10. See if we can see this one more time. There it is, it's just mayhem. See if we can see that from cockpit point of view. On board with the form. Just nowhere to go as this wreck happened in front of him. Brent Kingcott started in 16th, currently shown in 31st after the wreck. See if we can get that from another point of view. You can see just everybody parked, looking like highway traffic. Great job there by the 85 of Sudairs Jackson getting around it. I'm going to take you back a full lap and see if you can see exactly what happened. See him running down the back stretch, going to be entering turns 3 and 4 here. So far everything looks pretty good. Of Adam Freeze looking to the high side with Richard Springer. It looks like the Free just moved to the right and the 51 was there. 29 was not clear and the mayhem ensued behind him. Great job there by rookie Hayden Askew, able to avoid all that and kept his car very clean. As we go back up front to our leader, Richard Springer, as pit stops are completing. As they finally caught the pace car coming off of turn 4. First caution of the night, and it was a big one on lap 10. If my count is correct, I believe 8 trucks were involved on that one. As you see, 51 of Ronnie Outlaw, he was having a great run. He's coming off the pit lane now. A lot of damage to his truck. Pace car bringing him off of turn 4, getting ready to go racing once again. Going to be the second restart of the night on lap 13. And green flag is out. Richard Springer to the line. David Warborn leading that outside line. Teammates Jeremy Hebel, Dakota Wilkins make up row 2. Down into turns 1 and 2. Hebel with a nice push behind now race leader Richard Springer. And it's Dakota Wilkins giving that 96 a solid push on that high line. 44 drops in behind his teammate. That's going to leave Wellborn Jr. stranded on that high line. Oh, scary move by the 96 of Wellborn Jr. cutting in front of the 16 of Hayden Astley. That could have been another wreck. Great job by all drivers keeping it straight. As they're really starting to single file it out now. Still a long way to go, not really a need to battle hard until about lap 60. Let's see if we can get an interview with Adam Faree, who was involved in that first wreck. Hey, Adam Faree, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I have a copy.
Well, unfortunately got involved in that wreck on lap 10. What do you see? You said you were clear, or what happened in your point of view?
I just drifted up a little bit, to be honest. I watched the replay and my wheel never, went right at all, stayed straight or left. Yeah, I guess I just drifted up and Ronnie Outlaw was, I guess, peaking high, trying to make it 3 wide and just made contact. It sucks. It's ruined a lot of guys' races.
Yeah, that is a product of restrictor plate racing, though, that's for sure. After a solid season you had last year, glad to have you back again and having another run at that championship. Going to Las Vegas next week. Looking forward to that race.
Yeah, I won this race last year, so we'll see. Hopefully I can redeem myself from my near last place finish this week.
Yeah, long season ahead of you, though. No need to worry about poor finish this week, but do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give up before we let you go?
Just shout out to DRL. I appreciate you guys putting in the work and doing this every week. And yeah, appreciate you putting on the series.
Alright, sir. Well, unfortunate luck here tonight, but like I said, a long way to go, and looking forward to seeing you next week at Las Vegas.
All right, we'll see you, JP.
And that was the 29 truck of Adam Free. As we take a look at now a two-wide battle for third, that's David Wilbur Jr. on the outside of Dakota Wilkins. Richard Springer still your leader. As you see, a lot of drivers still on pit lane, recovering all that damage they incurred in that first wreck. The 45 of Steven Sims being lapped by the lead pack. Oh, Wilkins below the apron, able to gather it back up in front of 31 of Patrick Cowgill. For the lead, Wilbur Jr. on the high side, getting helped by that 13. As the 51 and the 8 are getting put a lap down, significant damage on both their machines. "20 laps complete, quarter of the way done." Take a look on board with the Patrick Cowgill. Started in 13th, he's currently up to 6th. You see the one of Jeremy Eagle touch apron there. You can hear just how much he's playing with the throttle, not even going full power. David Wilburn Jr. leading the pack. Coming to the start-finish line. On board with the current leader, David Wilburn Jr. As you see, a solid view right behind him. Getting a little bump there by the 13. Significant bump, actually. That's going to move him to the middle lane. Able to get back down in front before the 13 had position. And there he goes, Corey Atkins to the outside. He wants to lead this thing. 31 trucks started tonight's event. 20 are currently on the lead lap. That just shows you how many trucks are involved in that big first wreck. Many of the trucks involved are still in this race, however. They're just a couple laps down due to the damage. Nice aerial shot as they head down the backstretch. Webber Jr. giving him a nice push, the 13 truck on the inside line. 3 cars on the outside, the last one, the 45 is multiple laps down. But he's hanging tough in the draft. See some damage there on the 58 of Adam Purcell's back bumper, and a little on the front bumper as well, but he's hanging tough in that third position, battling for the lead. See some lag there as you saw some smoke, but everyone is still staying straight. Lap traffic staying on the high side of the lead pack. That's the 51 of Brownie Outlaw. Oh, contact there. Saw some sparks flying. Everyone is okay. Trucks are weaving. You saw the 96 almost turn the 13. Everyone is able to stay straight, and we're still under green. Purcell cuts down to the inside line. Wellborn goes high. 13 goes high as well. Wellborn gonna go 3 wide. He doesn't want to push. He wants to be the leader. See Hebel dropping back a little bit. Ronnie Outlaw in the 51 has come down pit lane. Little lag going on there with the 31 Patrick Calgo. We'll have to keep an eye on that. To the lead. Corey Atkins, excuse me, the 13. But not for long though, as the inside line is better formed with Adam Purcell pushing the 21 of Richard Springer. Springer's going to clear, Purcell might clear him as well, coming off of turn 4 to the start finish line. Completion of lap number 30, 50 laps to go here in the Daytona 200 for the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series. As you take a look farther back in the pack, you see all these guys single filed out. That's Sidarius Jackson in the 82. He has a little bit of damage. I'm sorry, Jared Gordon in the 82. Sidarius Jackson's a little bit ahead of him in the 85. Leading this pack. This pack featuring Sidarius Jackson, David Wright, Cody Barber, Dominic Mangalore, and Jared Rogers. Jared Gordon, I'm sorry. Got Jared Rogers confused, who's a little bit farther back. Him and his teammate Austin Collins. But back to the lead pack, Richard Springer, Adam Purcell, David Warburton Jr., Patrick Cowgill are the top four. Steven Sims in the 45 is a lap down, and then it's the rookie Corey Atkins in the 13 behind him. In about 10 laps, the pit window should open for these drivers. Warburton Jr. hanging tough on that outside line. The 13 goes up with him. That outside line is forming. Little separation between them and the one of Jeremy Hegel, who's leading that what would now be a second pack. Lovell Jr. with a nice push. He's in the lead now. He dropped to that inside line. Richard Springer now going to be pushing him as they head into turn 3. But Springer wants it back as he's now back into the lead. Steven Sims going to try to get his lap back the hard way. Had to look to the inside. Now to the outside he goes. Down the long back stretch they go into turn 3. 13 ducks in behind David Woodward Jr. leading the 45 with Steven Sims stranded. Not for long though, David Woodward to the high side. Attempting for the lead, but that inside line just has too many trucks. Here comes the 10 down to pit lane. That outside line, only 2 trucks hanging very tough. As this lead pack is gaining on more lap trucks. As the 19 Marvin Wingfield about to be put another lap down. As this lead pack is finally single filed out for the meantime. Not for long though, Richard Springer, he wants to get around that lap car of Steven Sims. The 13 of Corey Atkins is going to go with him. We are coming up on the completion of lap number 40. When they hit the line, we will be halfway complete here for the Daytona 200 and the season opener of the Dynasty Racing League iRacing Truck Series. A lot of movement going on. It's the 58 of Adam Cassell moving to that inside line. Patrick Cowgill and 31 right behind him. And Jeremy Hebel is joining the picture now. Jeremy Hebel, Corey Sherman, Dakota Wilkins. And then right behind them, they got another pack of 5 slowly gaining on this lead pack. Oh, contact there, the 96 and the 45. Everyone keeps it straight. They're 3 wide for meantime. That could have been disastrous, but everybody able to keep it straight. That shuffles Stevenson's out a couple of positions. Taking a look from above, you see that outside line, hides some momentum with the Richard Spring and the 21 leading. Getting a solid push down the back by Steven Sims. The 13 sees it, he's going to move to the outside line as well. Springer drops down in front of David Warborn. Lap traffic, Rod Fowler's not going to stay high. Oh, contact there 45, 96, 21 all involved. Drivers having trouble slowing up in time, nowhere to go. The track was blocked. Let's see if we can see that one more time. You see 96 going for a ride. You see 45 make contact with 10. And then that second pack just nowhere to go. David Lindahl doing a great job avoiding it. See if we can see that one more time. Stevenson just clipping the race leader, Richard Springer. 41 and Jason Schaffer involved. That's going to bring out the second caution of the night. As you see, the 27 Cody Gasky blew up right in front of the 21. And that's going to leave our race leader, Adam Purcell. Gonna see if we can see this one more time. Gonna take it back from the previous lap. Gonna be on board with the 96 of David Warborn. Warborn's been doing a fantastic job all race long. Coming through 3 and 4. Gonna be 3 wide here. 96 moves up the track, it looks like, into the 45. Does a fantastic job keeping it off the wall. He does clip the 19 right there, but able to keep it straight. 6 to Corey Sherman right next to him. Great job by David Warborn keeping it off of the wall when it looked like he was shooing to hit it. A little bit of damage there from when he hit the 19. That should buff out. We'll just have to see if it did too much damage aerodynamically wise. Oh, contact there with the 31 under pace laps. That was interesting. As the field catches back up with the pace car. Adam Purcell currently leading. As the lap cars now come down to pit. Let's see if we can get an interview with David Lindahl, who was able to avoid all that wreck. Hey, David Lindahl, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, we saw in that last caution you were able to avoid everybody and keep your truck pretty clean. How's it feel out there as you're now inside the top 10, top 5, excuse me?
It's kind of exciting out here. I've been trying to keep back just for that reason, so that way if there's a wreck I can avoid it, and it worked out there. Not sure if it's go time yet or not.
Yeah, we're now going to be inside 35 laps to go. Are you in your fuel window? Is everybody good to go on fuel?
I'm showing exactly 35 laps remaining, so I'll probably need to save a little bit in order to be good on fuel.
Alright, well, you heard it here, ladies and gentlemen. These guys are very close on fuel, especially if we have green-white checkered attempts, which is very possible at a track like this. David, looks like you're going to be filing up soon, so we're going to let you go. Good luck out there, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of this one.
Sounds good. Thank you, James.
And that was the 88 of David Lindahl. Started in the 14th position, currently up to 5th. It is going to be interesting to see on this restart if it is in fact go time for these drivers. It's going to be Adam Purcell in the 58 and Corey Atkins in the 13 for the front row behind them. 31 of Patrick Cowgill and the 1 of Jeremy Hebel. Few drivers still on pit lane, finishing up the repairs. You see pole sitter Richard Springer's on pit road. He has a lot of damage. This pace car is going to be pulling off. We're going to go racing for the 3rd restart of the night. And green flag, Adam Purcell leading them to the line. Great restart there by him. He's going to be able to clear the outside line by himself, but that might not do him any good as the 31 had a shot to the inside, but he closed the door back down on him. Everybody moving to the inside line. Big gap there between the 13 and the 6, who's next in line on the outside. Heading down into turn 3. That outside line's coming up now. Corey Sherman and the 85 of Cydarius Jackson. Oh, contact again with the 96 of David Woolman Jr. Across the start finish line, that should be a caution. No caution yet. Caution is finally out. Very interesting indeed. Let's see if we can take another look at that. Going from the restart, you see the 96, he has a great restart going by the 26 of Daniel Holloway. Gonna see exactly what happened here. I believe it was the 9 of Jared Rogers he got tangled up with. Gonna take it 3 wide. 66 to his inside, the 9 to the outside. Oh, and net code between the 9 and the 96. So netcode issue there between the two is what caused that one. As we're going to go back live with the pace car, the 13 of Corey Atkins leading it. And pit road is open. If all these guys pit, they should be good on fuel to the end. It's going to be 30 laps to go, but when this thing goes back racing. You're going to watch the race off pit road from here. You see Sadish Jackson, looks like he'll be the first one off. Followed by the 13 of Corey Atkins. And then there's David Lindahl, David Warburton Jr., and the 83 of William Wingfield. As the field cycles through, looks like the 58 of Adam Purcell is currently the leader. Followed by Patrick Cowgill in 31 and Jeremy Hebel. Teammate Dakota Wilkins is in 4th, and then Dominic Mangalone is 5th in the 66. While we have this opportunity, let's see if we can pull in somebody for a quick interview. See if we can pull in 31. Hey Patrick, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, currently in 2nd, that's a pretty good position. Looks like you do have a little bit of damage on the right front. How's the truck feel?
It feels alright for the most part. I got that damage from that first wreck.
Well, as we can all see, it looks like that damage isn't affecting you too badly. We're winding down these laps. How's the intensity out there in the field?
It's definitely getting pretty intense up here at front.
Well, being new to Dynasty Racing League, who have you been working with? Do you have any teammates out in the field? We know the 1 and the 44 have been working together all night long.
I don't have any teammates, but I've been working with the 13 and then Christopher. I don't know what number he is.
Alrighty, well, you guys are double filing up, going to be going green shortly, so we're going to let you go here and hopefully talk to you again at the end of this one.
Thank you.
And that was Patrick Cowgill, rookie here in Dynasty Racing League, looking to win his first race, and what bigger race to win than Daytona. As pace car leads him down this long straightaway. Going to be going green here, lap 53, less than 30 laps to go. Adam Purcell going to lead him to the line once again. 15 drivers currently on the lead lap. Pace car ducks off, Purcell on the gas, and we are green once again. Cowgill hung out to dry on that high side. He has the opportunity to drop in behind 13, but that's going to be closed up quickly. Looks like he won't have to worry about that as the one of people in 44, his teammate, go to the high side around the 58 of Adam Purcell. Cowgill mentioned he's been working with the 13 all night long. 13's in his mirror. That's what he's going to like to see if he wants any shot to get by the teammates of Jeremy Hebel and Dakota Wilkins. And there's the 85 of Siderius Jackson. He's going to work that high side with David Lindahl, the 88, his teammate. You saw in your picture the 9 of Jared Rogers coming back on the track. David Wilburn Jr. is back in pit lane. That's too bad for him. He was having a fantastic night. For the lead, it's the 13 of Corey Atkins on the high side with Siderius Jackson giving him a solid push. Hebel still has that inside advantage. Coming to the line, it's going to be 25 laps to go. Corey Atkins leads us. Siderius gave him a nice push to clear the one. He's not going to drop down in front of him though. He's going to stay on that high side with the 85. As they pass Steven Sims' lap truck. Passing another lap truck. These guys have been doing a great job staying out of the way of the lead pack all race long. And a name we haven't made a lot of mention of, the 42 of David Wright. He's now in the picture working that high side behind the 88 of David Lindahl. outside line working well as Hebel and Wilkins and the 31 of Patrick Cowgill clear that outside line. Coming off the turn 4, going to need another lap truck they're going to be passing at the start finish line. It's the 9 of Jarrett Rogers. Side by side for the lead. At the line is the 13 leading lap number 59. Things are heating up, that's for sure. Going to be 20 to go when they cross the start finish line this time by. $20 to go. Evil and Dakota Wilkins hanging tough. Siders Jackson doing all he can to try to get that 13 out in front. The 6 is Corey Sherman. Haven't said a whole lot of him. He's behind David right on that outside line, 4th in line. Oh, contact there with the 6-6. Heavy damage. Keeps it straight though, no caution. David Wright shuffles to the inside. That outside line is breaking up. As you can see him fading back. There's Jackson, now the lead car on that outside, but he's fading back. Gets picked up by the 42 of David Wright. .15 to go. Corey Atkins leads it, followed by Jimmy Hegel, Dakota Wilkins, Patrick Cowgill, and 5th place William Winfield. As Corey Sherman is now making his presence felt, lead car on the outside line getting a great push by the 42 of David Wright. He's going to attempt for the lead down the backstretch. And he has it. This will be his first lap led of the night if he's able to cross the line in first. Looks like he will be able to, though the 13 is challenging. You can just feel this intensity building up as these guys are swapping positions every half a lap. The question is something gonna give? To the line, Corey Atkins in the lead, David Wright getting a great push there by the 85 of Sidarius Jackson as they head down into turn 1. The 83 of William Winfield, third car on the outside. That outside line is going to need more help if they're going to have anything for Corey Atkins or for Corey Sherman. Lap traffic once again, Stevenson staying to the high side, letting the leaders by. Six all over that back bumper, keeping him out in front. That outside line just hasn't been able to cook up anything. As they come to the line, it will be 10 laps to go at Daytona. Single filed out now for the most part. It's Corey Atkins and Corey Sherman. 1-2. Inside 10 to go. A huge wad of lap cars now on the high side. That 13 is going to have to use his mirror 80% of the time as these laps wind down. You see the one now looking to the outside. Trying to make something happen. It's teammates, Jeremy Hebel, Dakota Wilkins. Then you have David Wright and Sidarius Jackson. And look at that run that high side gets. At the line, it's Hebel with 7 laps to go. Hebel drops down to take that lead, inside lead position from the 13. Oh, contact there. He got wiggly, but he's able to keep it straight. Six laps to go. To the inside is Corey Atkins. David Dahl, second line. Now with 3 wide as the 44 of Dakota Wilkins goes all the way to the top line. Three wide for the lead. Lap traffic in front end, cautions out. Not really sure where that caution is on track. Let's see if we can spot it. Oh, it is the 14 of Christopher Smore. Let's see if we can get a better look at that. Gonna try one more time from the far chase view. Coming off of turn 2. He just goes to the outside of 26 and 26 gets hooked. And that is the reason for the caution. That is not what those leaders wanted to see, as this might bring out a green white checkered. I don't expect any of the leaders to be pitting here. Gonna have to wait to see if the pace cars lights turn off this time by. Now, new to 2020 in Dynasty Racing League, there will be 3 attempts at a green-white checkered. Last year there was only 1 attempt, but we have upped it to 3 attempts for the 2020 season. So these guys will have 3 tries to get it to the white flag. Let's see if the lights go out. And they do not, so it will be at least 2 more laps before they go green, and that will bring us to our first attempt at a green-white checkered. As a few people do decide to pit. So the top 5 include Jeremy Hebel, Corey Adkins, Dakota Wilkins, Corey Sherman, and David Lindahl round out the top 5. It's going to be anybody's game. 13 drivers currently are on the lead lap. Any one of those 13 drivers has a shot to win this thing. Looks like the pace lights will go out this time. The field's going to double stack here. Teammates on the inside line, that's the best thing Jeremy Hebel wants. Corey Sherman and Corey Adkins make up the outside line. Both the 13 and the 6 have yet to win a race in Dynasty Racing League, so these guys are going to be very hungry to try to get out front and hope to win it at the best race to do so, the Daytona 200. Pace car ducks off, hopefully for the final time. These guys will have a green white checkered attempt number 1. Jeremy Hebel leads him. Great restart there by teammates. 44 all over his bumper, giving him that push down in turn 1. 42 of David Wright ducks down to the inside line. That's going to kill a lot of that outside line momentum. as Hebel and Wilkins clear that outside line. David Lindahl third on the inside, David Wright and Patrick Calgill make up the 5 cars on that inside line. Oh, big wreck, 13 around, 88 around, 85 involved. Let's see if we can see that one more time. On board with David Lindahl, the 88. Oh, you see the 42 wiggled there, collected the 13 that brought him down into the 88, and then Cyrus Jackson with nowhere to go. One more time for the 42 perspective. Coming off of turn 2. Looks like he just got sucked into the 6th Corey Sherman, who ended up collecting everybody, and that's what occurred on that rack. These guys are going to rack him up one more time. Don't expect anybody in the front to pit. But this is going to be interesting now because the teammates Jeremy Hebel and Dakota Wilkins make up the front row, so won't have the benefit of a teammate pushing the other one. Field should get the 1 to go signal, and we'll have our second attempt at the green, white, checkered finish. Few drivers on pits still getting repairs. The 85 of Cyrus Jackson, he was involved in that green, white, checkered wreck. See a lot of damage there to his front bumper. Drivers going to be double filing up for this restart. Looks like Jeremy Hebel will elect the outside lane. I'm not sure if he has trust in the 44 to let him drop down on the restart, or if he's going to feel better with the more veteran driver Corey Sherman pushing him. Guys are pulling down on their seatbelts. They're going to be in for one active ride. Restart attempt number 2. Determine who the winner will be for the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series Daytona 200. As the pit car ducks off, Jeremy Hebel going to lead him to the line. Fantastic restart there by the one. And he drops down in front of Dakota Wilkins. Definitely had a lot of faith in his teammate to allow him to drop down. If I was Dakota, I maybe would have said I would and not do it for a chance to win back-to-back Daytona 200s, might I add. As Sherman's left stranded on the high side, Patrick Cowgill staying with the FMS teammates. It's going to be one lap to go if they can make it all the way around turning 3 and 4 without a caution. And they will do just that. The next flag will end it. Now the question is, will Dakota Wilkins make a move and try to win this thing, or will he just be satisfied pushing his teammate to the win? And there they go. 44's around. Big wreck behind him. Now it's up to the 31 and the 1. Will the 31 have enough draft to get around Jeremy Hebel? It's going to be a photo finish. At the line, it's Jeremy Hebel winning. Let's see if we can take another look. At the wreck, we're going to start from that final lap. Going into car chase mode on board with the 44 of Dakota Wilkins. You can see the 6 with a huge momentum run on the high side. The 44 tries to follow the 1, but the 6 was there, ended up collecting him. The chaos was on from there. And then to the line, 31 with a lot of momentum. Trying to go high, then low, but the 1 with the perfect block, giving him Jeremy Hebel the win. And he is your winner tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremy Hebel started 28th to win the Daytona 200. Let's see if we can pull in Jeremy Hebel.
Oh,
Hey, Jeremy Hebel, this is the broadcast booth. Do you have a copy?
certainly do.
Well, congrats, man. You start off the season strong, winning the season opener, the Daytona 200 for the Truck Series. Walk us through that second green-white checkered.
Um, kind of knowing what I've seen in real life. Me and Dakota tried to work together there with timing that restart perfect. I knew if I could get down and have him as my pusher, that we probably had a pretty good chance. Just kind of sucks there that when we were kind of blocking that run coming down the backstretch to the checkered there, that unfortunately he got turned. It would have been nice to have a 1-2 finish, but we played a pretty good strategy the whole race. Sat in the back the first part, and once that big wreck happened, kind of had to be more towards up the front just to be on the safe side. And thankfully, we were able to get to the white without a yellow, because if we would have had another caution, we would need to pit for fuel there. We were running pretty low, so it was tight.
Absolutely, and that was a lot of faith you had in your teammate to allow you to drop down in front of him and not for Dakota to just keep that position and leave you out to dry.
Definitely, I definitely owe him one now. So,
Well, before we let you go, do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give out?
yeah, definitely to my teammate for helping me out. If the shoe had been on the other foot, I definitely would have been right there pushing him. Our new teammate who came out tonight, fortunately, he got caught up in that last big wreck. Otherwise, we were kind of all running right around each other. It would have been nice to have a 1-2-3 finish, but we'll take what we can get. Everybody that runs the league here, everybody that puts everything on, does the broadcast, everything's stellar as always, and looking forward to another great season.
Alright, man. Well, congratulations on winning the season opener here at Daytona. That's quite an accomplishment, and that's now 2 years in a row that FMS has won the Daytona 200.
It's actually 3 because I won my first year,
Oh,
so
that's right.
we're undefeated in the opener.
Completely forgot about that. But yeah, no, 3 in a row. That's awesome, and hopefully you'll make it 4 in a row next year.
We'll try.
Alrighty. Congrats once again, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thank you.
And that was your race winner, Jeremy Hebel. Let's see if we can pull in Patrick Cowgill, rookie here in Dynasty Racing League. Hey, Patrick, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yep, I got you.
Well, that was a heck of a green, white, checker finish, huh?
Yeah.
Coming to the line, you definitely had a run on the one. What more, or what could you have done differently to get around him?
Honestly, I think that damage from the beginning of the race kind of hurt me there because I really don't think I had the speed to catch.
Yeah, it looked like you were right there, and he did put on one heck of a block. You definitely got to give him credit for that one. Uh, did you feel that the outside line just wasn't going to happen? Because it looked like from that restart on, nobody really wanted to be in that outside line.
Yeah, I don't know what happened on that restart. It just seemed like everybody kind of did the opposite of what they'd been doing the whole race, but it ended up working out in my favor.
Yeah, the second place finish is definitely nothing to look away at in your Dynasty Racing League debut for the Truck Series. Do you have any shout-outs you'd like to give out before we let you go?
I just want to thank you guys for letting me race with you, and it was a heck of a lot of fun.
Absolutely. Long season ahead of you, too. Looking forward to seeing what you can do next week at Las Vegas.
Yes.
That was second place finisher Patrick Cowgill. Look forward to seeing him throughout the season. Let's see if we can pull in third place finisher William Wingfield. Hey, William Wingfield, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
I do. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm sure you're doing even better. Coming home third place tonight in the Daytona 200. Walk us through that green, white, checkered.
Oh yeah, it was kind of crazy. They wrecked both times right in front of me, and I limped to a third place. Thank God, everybody was way behind me. They they just couldn't stay apart. Everybody was bouncing around a little bit ahead of us. It's kind of white knuckling, and everybody just hits it. So I knew I stayed in the back in the beginning, and I knew I had to work my way up. I was up way further than I wanted to be, way earlier than I wanted to be, but was able to stay there, and we didn't have a big one per se in the last 20 laps. We had a few messes, but I think it turned out real good.
Yeah, absolutely. Taking a look at the front of your car, you do have a little bit of damage, that's for sure, but a great top 5 finish to start off the season. Uh, Going to Las Vegas next week, how do you feel about that?
I feel good. I like the mile and a half. So I haven't done a lot of top fives, maybe a couple of top tens in the past, but I like to stay consistent, and um, I like to just roll into them and keep trying them. I did good in Texas last year, and I think that might propel my motivation to do well.
Absolutely. As they say, consistency is key. Before we let you go, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out?
Absolutely. My team, Back Porch Racing, best team in the league. I'd like to thank my sons, David and Marvin, and my personal hero, y'all give him hell all the time, Mr. David Wellborn.
And we know your son Marvin got caught up in the bigger one of the night and unfortunately didn't get quite the finish that he wanted, but we're looking forward to seeing what both you and him and David, when he competes, what you guys can do throughout this season.
Yeah, appreciate it. You guys do a great job. Thank all of y'all.
Absolutely. We're glad to have you. See you next week at Vegas. Go celebrate this top 3.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
And that was William Wingfield, third place finisher here tonight. Let's see if we can take a look at our unofficial results. Coming home first place for the Daytona 200, Jeremy Hebel leading 23 laps. I believe that was the most of the night. Patrick Cowgill, 1 lap led, comes home second. William Wingfield third. Cody Barber, didn't really mention him tonight, comes home fourth. Same with Jared Gordon, comes home fifth in that 82. A great start to his Dynasty Racing League campaign. Marvin Wingfield comes home sixth. David Wright seventh. David Lindahl eighth. Dominic Mangel, ninth. Adam Purcell, 10th, leading 8 laps. 11th was Corey Sherman. 12th, Corey Atkins. He was having a fantastic race, caught up in that end wreck. 13 laps led. Dakota Wilkins, 13th. Cyrus Jackson, 14th. Austin Collins, 15th. Richard Springer, 27 laps led, 16th. Jarrett Rogers, 17th. Christopher Smorrell, 18th. Ted Emenheiser, 19th. Steven Sims, 20th. 1 lap led. 21st goes to Daniel Holloway. 22nd, Cody Gatsky. 23rd is David Wellborn Jr. Ronnie Outlaw is 24th. 25th goes to Brent Kincott. 26th, Jason Schaefer. 27th, Hayden Askey. 28th goes to Rod Fosnar. 29th, Dustin Jones. And 30th, Terrence Ney. And then 31st, rounding out the field, was Adam Free, who got caught up in that first incident. The next broadcast on DRL TV is the Las Vegas 175 on Monday, February 24th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 117 laps for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series. The next race for the Dynasty Racing League Truck Series next week, February 25th at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 100 laps at Las Vegas. Be sure to tune in for what will be a fantastic race. And then finally, we'd like to say thank you to everybody that makes Dynasty Racing League possible. James Fandoff, Martin Wenzel, Jordan Gonzalez, David Wellborn Jr., Dakota Wilkins, Richard Springer, and Getty Buckner. Thank you to all of you guys for your contributions to Dynasty Racing League. Well, that'll do it here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. The Daytona 200 is in the books for the Dynasty Racing League 2020 Truck Series season. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Have a great night.